I have to come clean. I think some animals just suck at living. And I think they suck so bad that I need to teach them to live better. So here's going to be 5 animals that I think suck at living and can do a lot better, and how they can do better. So let's get into this. Number 5 is the female octopus. And now male octopi, they're pretty cool. They live a long time and they can do a lot of cool stuff like shoot ink, change colors, and they're genuinely living the life, you know. But female octopi, they just suck. They have 2 options. They can either die alone and never have any offspring, or they could mate, have offspring, but guess what they do after they have those offspring? They stop eating and just die. They starve themselves to death. They've got no reason to, but they still do it. So, my solution for this is to just eat. They were eating before, they chose not to eat now. I don't see why they would do that, but you know, I can't change what they're doing, and if that's what they want to do, then it's going to be what they want to do. So, my death verdict for this animal is stupidity. Let's get into the next one. Number 4 is dogs. Not wolves or anything, I mean like these types of dogs, you know, they're just dumb dogs. What are they good for? And I do know what they're good for. They're good for being reliant and leeching off of us humans. Now, humans do a lot of bad stuff, but they also do a lot of good stuff. And one of those things is keep dogs alive. But I think if we weren't here, they would either all die or turn back into wolves. So, I mean, what are they going to do there? And the way I think about it is, dogs wouldn't be in the shape that they are in now if it weren't for us. And that is because we would breed them and train them and genuinely just take care of them so that they didn't have to live on their own. We could basically force them to live. And because of that, I think they suck at living, because without us humans, they would just die right now. And my death verdict for dogs is human reliance. Number 3, male spiders. Now, female spiders are already pretty bad. They are spiders. That is what makes them bad. But male spiders, they get it the roughest. So you see things like black widows and brown recluses and stuff, and wolf spiders, and they're real creepy and you hate them and they're kind of scary, and if they bite you, you're not gonna have a good time. But the male spiders definitely have it worse, because in some species, not all of them, but in some, they will just eat each other. And in even fewer number of species like black widows, after they mate together, the female will eat the male. And I don't know, I guess they're just into some kinky stuff. Death verdict for this one is women. Number 2 is going to be flies. Now, they just kind of fly around and eat literal garbage and crap. And that's where they get their name from. But I think the reason why they are so bad at living is just because they get in our way. We'll just get a fly swatter and kill them, swat them down. And one thing I distinctly remember about flies is 6th grade, Mr. Wood's class, my homeroom teacher, he had some guinea pigs, and he would pay you bat bucks, which was his form of currency, which you could buy stuff at the end of the year in an auction. Like, I got a Big Joe bean bag from it. But one way that we would get those is from coming into school early and killing flies that would be in there, because he had guinea pigs and there would just be dozens and dozens of flies. So me and my friend would just come in there early and we would just kill like 20 flies a day. And after that, we would just get on the computers and play games until school started. And so, my verdict for the fly's death is just being dumb and getting in our way. Now, an honorable mention is going to be human children. If you think about it, most animals are born with most of what they need to live and can go off on their own and fend for themselves once they get past that little initial stage of life where they're just feeding off of their mothers. But human children are just dumb. They're dumber than any other animal. And I don't know why this is. I think part of it has to do with they are not developed enough in the womb or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But they're just like, hey, is this a rock? I'm gonna eat it. Xbox controller. Then they cry and they're annoying. And they don't do any good except for becoming a regular person later on, hopefully, if they're not dropped on their head when they were little or something. But honorable mention, human children. Now, the only reason they're not, I'd say probably number 3, is because once we grow up, we become smarter and I could probably go off, live on my own, and just live off of caterpillars for the rest of my life, just eating them and just live my life in the mountains. But yeah, children, death verdict, dumb, human reliance. Number 1, the reason I made this video, the reason I came up with this idea, the reason this entire thing is happening, the reason you are watching this video is mayflies. Now, mayflies sound like they have a normal life. They're similar to a caterpillar, how they just go into a cocoon and live in a nymph stage for basically all of their life. And then they come out once they decide they're horny enough and they go mate, and that's the end of their life. But the reason they suck so bad at living is once they come out of their cocoon in their nymph stage, they don't have a mouth. They don't have any way of eating. They don't have a neck. They don't have anything to keep them alive. So they'll live anywhere from about 5 to 24 hours, and then they just die. And, you know, just evolve to where you come out of your cocoon and you're not dead. I just don't really see the point of it. But mayflies are pretty dumb. They should just grow a mouth and eat, and they could live a lot longer. So that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and if you have any more dumb ideas for videos, you can tell me in the comments, and if you like this video, please make sure to tell me, and if you have any good ideas for videos, tell somebody that's better at making videos. Bye.